That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Titanfall 2 is back. Yes, let that settle in. I know it's kind of crazy after all these years Titanfall 2 servers have been down, keeps kicking you out, but they finally fixed it. Someone at Respawn is being heavenly and saving us, our guardian angel. After years, we know that people are fixing things because on one of the maps there's a Nessie with a hammer, and we all know that Respawn loves their Nessies. And basically, it shows that they're hammering stuff in, hammering those fixes in. We can finally play the game without getting kicked out of servers and actually being allowed to go into servers. Now, this is only for the Titanfall 2 multiplayer, as Titanfall 2 campaign has been playable as normal for 6 years, I think the game's been out for. Now, a couple of years ago, one of the players, called Bob the Bob from the Titanfall community, got a bit too fed up of not being able to play Titanfall and made his own part of Titanfall, the Titanfall 2 North Star client. And what that allowed us to do was make our own custom servers and custom weapon skins and mods. But now Respawn have fixed it and lifted it up off the ground. Now, Titanfall 2 is very fun, but how would anyone react if Titanfall 3 came out? It would be quite cool, actually. New campaign, new Titans, revamped graphics, even a Titanfall 2 remastered. It would be really cool. I think we would all appreciate it at Respawn. Leave your thoughts in the comments, not like anyone's going to want to. Also, can I just compliment how I blocked that nuclear ejection with my sword block? I'm very proud of that. I didn't know you could do that. Now, I've been playing Titanfall for years. I'm only, G 4.1 or something? But that's because of the server issues. I might be a lot more. I've been playing it for years and years. But it's still a really fun game. As an extra part of the video, let's talk about Titans, since Titans are the main aspect of the game. And then maybe I'll talk about... Oh, God. I've just been sniped by Papa Scorch. Yeah, what I was talking about was I might also talk about pilots in a separate video. Let's go. First of all, we have Ion. Now, I'm going to speedrun all of them. First of all, Ion. His first ability is Vortex Shield. I mean, all you do is suck in incoming fire and shoot it right back out at them. Then we have Laser Shot. He pops out a laser from his shoulder and just snipes that Titan or pilot right in the forehead. Then we have Tripwire. Just a tripwire. Chucks down some lasers, walks through it, and it explodes. Then we have his core ability, Laser Core. Basically, it's just like, say Iron Man's chest blast, but from an eye. I guess you were staring at your enemy's eye on. Get it? No? Then, before we move on to the next Titan, we have his splitter rifle, which is his primary fire. Primary is just like an automatic rifle, and then when you aim in, it's split and it's a larger, longer shot. Now we have Papa Scorch. First of all, he has Firewall, which you just slam your fist into the ground and create a wall of fire. Second, Thermal Shield. Puts his hand out sort of like the Vortex Shield, but walks into enemies and burns them. Then we have Incendiary Trap. Chucks down an area with his flammable gas, then shoot it with your primary fire or something and it sets on fire. Then we have his Flame Core. It's basically just the thermite firewall thingy, but massive, and it does a lot of damage. Then we have his T203 thermite launcher, which is just shoots a giant thermite. Now we have the North Star Titan, one of my personal favourites. So his first ability is Cluster Missile. He just shoots a little missile that then explodes, sort of like if you played Apex Legends, fuses Knuckle Cluster. Then he has Tether Trap, which is just a tether trap. A Titan walks over it and it sticks into one place. Then he has VTOL Hover, where he vertical takeoff hover, and he basically just sits up there and can do whatever he wants. And then we have Plasma Railgun. It's like a sniper railgun. So basically, you hold ADS and it charges it up, and then you just shoot a massive thing. Then we have Flight Core, which is you hover up and hold your shoot button or whatever it is to unleash a bunch of rockets that just bang, 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 absolutely annihilate your enemies. Now my personal favourite Titan, Ronin. So his first ability is Arc Wave, just launches a massive wave of lightning, which slows and damages enemies. Then we have Sword Block, which reduces damage, and he just, deflect. And then we have Phase Dash, where you go into the void and just dash through your enemies. Don't dash into another Titan though, because you both explode. Then we have Lead Wall, which is it's like a shotgun thing with a wide spread for his primary fire. Then we have the Sword Core. He electrifies his broadsword, empowering attacks and sword block. And also, a cool feature about this guy is that his melee is actually his sword. So that's cool, not just his fist. Now we have probably the strongest Titan, Toad. His first weapon is Tracking Rocket. You shoot at the enemy 3 times, hit them 3 times, and you just launch a bunch of missiles at them. Then he has Particle Wall, which is just a big barrier that goes in front of you. You can shoot through it as well, but enemies can't shoot back. Sonar Lock, which you shoot a thing from your shoulder, which then hits something, and then that thing creates a thing that reveals loads of enemies in the area. Then we have the 40mm Tracker Cannon. It's semi-auto rifle which has explosive rounds, and then it grants the lock-on. And then we have Salvo Core, which is called guided missiles that follow its target, and that's why it's so strong. Now we have Legion, which is for the people who literally just don't want to reload. We have Power Shot, which you shoot this massive shotgun thing that does a bunch of damage. And with close range, it knocks enemies back, and with long range, it damages all enemies in its path. Then we have Gun Shield. Shield deployed around the Predator Cannon, which is its primary fire. So it's just a shield that goes around it. Then we have Mode Switch, which lets you switch between long range and close range on this rifle. Machine gun, which is why there's the Power Shot. And then we have is Predator Cannon, which is a powerful minigun, but it has very long spin-up time. Then we have Smart Core, which is his core, which literally just grants aimbot. Yeah, it's pretty OP. Now, last but not least, we have Monarch, which is BT's Titan, BT's from the campaign. So we have Offensive, which is his rocket salvo, where you just fire a bunch of rockets. And then you have his Defensive, which is Energy Siphon. Fire this electrical beam that then takes damage from the enemy, brings it to you, and gives you a shield. And then his utility is Rearm, where it just reloads all of his weapons and abilities. And then we have his core, which is Upgrade Core, which I'm not going to dive into that because there's plenty of options you could have, but just go watch another video for that. But basically, you can have the core 3 times, only 3 times, and then it just gives you different abilities, it upgrades your abilities, hence the name Upgrade Core. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this video, and as you know, at the start of the video, I accidentally murdered King Charles, so I'm currently being held at gunpoint by the British military and FBI, so they let me finish this video, so don't expect me to upload anymore. Yeah, it was nice knowing you.